Hello guys, Mr. Druid here, we are back as again some more Pokemon Battle Revolution. It's time for the Neon Colosseum, level 50, rank 7. We have another trainer who wants to enter the world's greatest trainer tournament. She made it quite far, but not far enough last time. Everybody welcome Claire's team. Her relation to Lance the Dragon Master, as he calls himself, means she's a formidable opponent. Will she have what it takes to survive? She gets Latias, as the opponent gets Salamence. She gets Cresselia, as the opponent gets Registeel. She gets Garchomp, as the opponent gets Drapion. Will Claire be able to get a dominant performance here today in the Neon Colosseum? Or will she fail? Let me know in the comments down below.
My name is Madison. Nice to meet you. Here I come.
Here we are, folks. It's Salamence versus Latias. Who will come out on top?
So we're sure to see a great battle.
Latias goes for a Dragon Pulse. It hits! And Salamence goes down. So far, Claire unleashing a devastating attack and coming out on top. Will she be able to keep this up? Next is Registeel.
Taking some serious damage, but there is always a chance of a comeback. The blue corner calls their
As Claire makes a callback and sends out Garchomp. Registeel goes for a Sandstorm. That may work to aid Garchomp. That may have been a bad choice.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
Garchomp goes for a Swords Dance, increasing its attack striking power. Registeel goes for a lock-on. What could it have planned? As it locks on to the Garchomp, who just set up in its face. Garchomp goes for the Earthquake. It hits. Will it be enough? It is, as Registeel goes down. That leaves the opponent with one Pokemon left. This could be the end.
Drapion is sent out. The battle has reached its final stage, and the tension is peaking.
Claire goes for the Earthquake. Will Drapion be able to survive? No, it's gone. The super effective blast of the Earthquake was just too much. Claire advances forward.
It's a total victory for the blue corner.
If you haven't seen the previous World's Greatest Trainer Tournament, I highly recommend checking out. We will be hosting another once I beat this game, with trainers, gym leaders, and Elite Four members up to the 4th generation. Next up, we have High-Tech Maniac Elizabeth. Claire gets Latios as the opponent gets Raikou. Claire gets Garchomp, and I apologize about the dog in the background whining. I need to let it out. They get Regice. And Claire snags Regirock. I'll be right back while I let my dog out. Okay, I'm back, folks. I apologize, but I had to let my dog out to the restroom. Claire's going to make a switch here. Seeing that
The blue corner suddenly calls their Pokemon.
there is a Raikou on the field. Out comes Garchomp.
The stage is set.
Raikou goes for a Shadow Ball.
Corner makes the first attack.
It hits, but it's not enough to bring down
The air
the
in the Colosseum
Garchomp.
is tense.
Garchomp goes for a Swords Dance. What will Raikou do now? Does it have the power to take it down in one blow? Another Shadow Ball. It's a critical hit, but Garchomp is able to hold on. Garchomp retaliates with an Earthquake. And that's going to devastate the Electrical Dog Raikou as it goes down. Next up is Regice. This is a devastating matchup for the Garchomp. What will it do? Garchomp goes for the Fire Fang, but unfortunately it misses. Oh no, never mind. The opponent has a berry. That's going to cut the damage down in half. Still does a solid chunk thanks to the Swords Dance it took earlier. And Regice goes for a double team. That's going to make it harder for Garchomp to hit. It's going to need some luck. It manages to, though. It gets through the double team, ignoring the copies as it strikes the Regice. Will it be enough? And down it goes. Taken down by an intense blow. How simply devastating of the opponent. They had just gone for an ice move. That Garchomp could have been history. Out comes Gyarados.
The battle has reached its final stage. The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
As Claire makes a switch. Out comes Latias. Gyarados goes for a waterfall. It hits, but it's not very effective.
The end of the battle is getting closer by the minute.
Latias goes for the Charge Beam. But Gyarados happens to hold in a Whack-It Berry. That's going to cut the damage down in half. It hits! Doing a solid chunk to the Gyarados, but it's able to hold on thanks to that berry. Otherwise it would have been curtains. Gyarados goes for a Dragon Dance.
Its stats rose.
Making it possibly the fastest thing on the field now.
The battle has reached its final stage, and the tension is peaking.
Out comes the Ice Fang.
Bam!
Is it enough? It is as Latias goes down.
Down by an intense blow.
Next up comes Regirock. Gyarados goes for a Stab Waterfall. Will it be enough to take it down? It is not, despite being at +1. Out comes the Stone Edge and it connects. That will bring the Gyarados down. The opponent prevented Claire from getting a second perfect continue point. But unfortunately, they still lost the battle.
And match. The blue corner pulled off an impressive victory.
Well, this isn't right. He's stronger than me. Elizabeth is surprised that the Dragon Lady, who is related to Lance, is stronger than her. Next is Play Cowboy Jared, who's put up decent fights in the past, and he is quite a formidable looking team. Claire grabs Kingdra as the opponent grabs Metagross. Claire grabs Garchomp. The opponent grabs Giratina. And Claire grabs Latias as the opponent grabs Umbreon. This should be an interesting fight, folks. Both teams have some pretty formidable Pokemon on their side. Kindra's up first against Metagross.
Both trainers. Neither side can afford to give up in this battle.
As Kindra goes for the agility.
Its speed rose.
Metagross goes for a rock polish of its own, boosting its speed.
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum.
Kindra goes for a focus energy. boosting his critical strike chance. As Metagross goes for the Zen Headbutt, but unfortunately it's going to miss. Kingdra goes for a Surf now, finally going on the offensive. It hits, but it's not a critical hit, and Metagross is able to take the damage. Metagross goes for a Zen Headbutt again, this time able to connect.
That's a hit this time.
That does a solid chunk of damage to the Kingdra in return. Outside a relatively half health. Who will come out on top as Kingdra goes for another Surf?
Nicely done.
Again, it's not a critical hit as Metagross is able to survive. Metagross goes for another Zen Headbutt. It hits! But Kingdra is just barely able to hold on. Both sides are weak now. As Kingdra finishes off with a Surf. This time it's a critical hit when it didn't matter, folks. But regardless, Metagross is down, making this a 3 versus 2 situation. Will Cowboy Jerry be able to clutch out a win? Out comes Giratina. It exerts its pressure onto the battlefield.
Both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we expect to see next?
And Draco goes for a Draco Meteor. It hits with a critical hit. Now it's going to devastate the Giratina. Its special attack actually falls. But it may be a price to pay to take down such a legendary Pokemon. Next up is Umbreon.
The battle has reached its final stage.
Claire considers switching, but she decides she's going to stay in. They go for the Draco Meteor. They need a critical hit to avoid the special attack drop. They manage to get it. Will it be enough? And down goes the Umbreon, and Claire runs herself another perfect continue point. What a devastating turn of event, folks. As her ace Pokemon is able to get a 3-0 victory.
The battle has ended. It's a total victory for the blue
That
corner.
Claire moves on to the next trainer. And I'll be back as quick as I can. Okay, folks, I'm back. Sorry to get me a drink. This is Bike Tourist Kevin. Claire grabs Regice as the opponent grabs Gyarados. Claire grabs Latios as the opponent gets Garchomp. As Claire grabs Giratina and the opponent grabs Salamence. The opponent hoping to use Claire's team against her. Maybe it will help her pull through. Only time will tell. Regice versus Gyarados is the first battle on the field. There's Regice's clear body prevents its attack from being lowered by Gyarados' Intimidate.
This is an important battle for both trainers. It's time to think about a cautious battle strategy. The battle
Gyarados goes for a Dragon Dance, boosting its attack. And speed. As Regice goes for a Charge Beam, but the Whack Berry comes into effect.
A smashing blow.
It only does a small amount of damage to the Gyarados. This could be very bad for them. Gyarados goes for a Waterfall. It's a +1. It's a critical hit. And down goes Regice in a single blow.
By an intense blow.
This is devastating news for Claire. What will she do now? Claire is forced to switch in Latias.
The blue corner trails slightly when comparing the number
Gyarados goes for the Ice Fang.
Outcome of the battle.
Will it be enough to bring Latias down from full health?
Fierce
It hits!
The blue corner.
And Latias barely holds
The
on.
blue corner.
However, it gets the flinch false and Latias is unable to do a single thing.
Still have a chance to win this.
Gyarados goes for another waterfall. And that is curtains for the Latias.
It couldn't take it. It's down.
There is down to our last Pokemon, which happens to be Giratina.
Is sent out. The battle has reached its final stage.
Gyarados goes for the Ice Fang. It hits! It does a solid jump, but Giratina's barely able to hold on. Giratina vanishes and disappears.
Giratina restored its
It
health.
restores some HP with its leftovers in its pocket dimension. As Gyarados goes for yet another Dragon Dance, Giratina needs to get a KO now, or this Gyarados will guarantee their win, if it's not over already. Giratina goes for Shadow Force. It appears. It strikes.
A rigid shot.
But Gyarados is able to hold on. Giratina restores more HP. And Claire seems to be throwing in the towel, knowing that she has lost this battle and there's nothing she can do.
Now over. The blue corner lost. The challenger has lost.
What a devastating turn of events, but she does have a perfect continue point to spend. In fact, she has more than one. Will Claire switch up her strategy this time, seeing as the previous event unfolded? Claire grabs Blastoise as the opponent grabs Dragonite. Claire grabs Latias as the opponent gets Regice. As Claire grabs her Gyarados and the opponent gets Ludicolo. How will this battle unfold, folks? Time will tell. Out comes Blastoise versus Dragonite.
From the blue corner, Blastoise. And from the red corner, Dragonite.
Dragonite sets up with a Dragon Dance to increase its speed and increase its attack fighting power. However, Blastoise strikes with an Ice Beam. It's 4 times super effective.
Ice beam hits.
And down Dragonite goes. Next up is Regice.
The red corner has already taken some serious damage. However, this battle is
Blastoise goes for the Ice Beam. It hits and does a small amount of damage. I don't know what they were thinking.
red corner keeps
Regice goes for a double team.
Regice restored its health.
As Regice gets
Well,
HP
both
back with
corners still
leftovers.
have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we expect?
Blastoise
next?
goes for the Flash Cannon. But unfortunately it misses thanks to the double team. As that comes a Charge Beam from the Regice.
A brilliant hit.
It hits and does a solid amount of damage. But they do not get special attack boosts as Blastoise regenerates its HP with leftovers alongside Regice.
The air in the Colosseum is tense and charged.
Blastoise goes for a Flash Cannon again. It hits. It does a solid jump, but it's nowhere near enough to bring down Regice. As it goes for another Charge Beam.
The battle is getting intense.
Regice gets a special attack boost. This could be bad. As Blastoise regenerates some HP. Blastoise goes for another Flash Cannon. It hits!
Brilliant hit.
It's super effective, but it's not enough to bring it down. As Regice goes for a Charge Beam, and unfortunately it's going to
Can't
miss.
hit the opponent.
Both sides have been dodging attacks from the other. Will Blastoise be able to pull through? And somehow overcome Regice's powerful special defense.
Neither corner has made a decisive attack yet. Which corner will make the
Another
attack
flash cannon, but it's
change
going to
the
miss.
situation?
As Regice hits its charge beam, and that's going to connect. Blastoise regenerates health, and so does the Regice.
Neither corner has made a decisive attack yet. Are they?
Out comes another flash cannon, it hits this time.
That's a hit this time.
Bringing Regice down to half, but it's not enough. As Regice goes for a Toxic, it unfortunately misses. What an unexpected battle falls as both these Pokemon are giving it their all, doing their best to bring down the opponent.
The battle rages on. Their concentration is certainly being tested.
Out comes another flash cannon, it hits!
A brilliant hit.
Does more damage, but Regice is able to hold on as Regice responds with a charge beam in kind.
The battle is getting intense.
Blastoise is able to hold on though, but Regice gets another special attack boost. Who will win between these two Pokemon who are giving it their all? Only time will tell.
Neither corner has made a decisive attack yet. Are they playing a waiting game?
Blastoise goes for a risky maneuver of a Focus Blast, but unfortunately it's going to miss. Regice goes for the Charge Beam. It hits! And Blastoise finally goes down. As Regice gets yet another special attack boost. Out comes Gyarados. Will Gyarados be able to pull a win here? Or will a special attack boost prove to be too much? Gyarados goes for a waterfall. It hits! And Regice finally goes down.
It's down and out.
What an impressive display by Blastoise and Regice as they tied each other out. And Gyarados is able to come in and clean up. Gyarados goes for the Dragon Dance. Boosting its attack and speed. Ludicolo goes for a Rain Dance, boosting its water type moves. And possibly giving it Swift Swim. Rain falls on the battlefield. As Gyarados goes for another Dragon Dance to increase its stats even further. Ludicolo responds with a Stab Surf, but Gyarados is going to be able to resist it. Will it do enough? Under the rain? It only does a small amount.
The end of the battle is getting closer by the minute.
Gyarados goes for the Ice Fang. It connects, it's at +2, will it be enough? No, Ludicolo is just barely able to hold on as it goes for a Surf. Gyarados takes more damage, but again it holds on. As rain continues to fall on the battlefield. Gyarados goes for another Ice Fang. And down goes the Ludicolo.
It's down.
That is able to achieve victory on a second time around against Kevin. That's a perfect continue point, and is able to continue on to the next trainer.
Won the game.
Kevin feels like he's lost the ribbon, but really, he lost the battle. I don't know whether he thought this was a dance competition, folks, or a Pokemon battle, but either way, next is passionate man Joey. It seems to be rocking a mostly fire-type team. As Claire grabs Blaziken, the opponent grabs Dragonite. Claire grabs Moltres, as the opponent gets Charizard. As Claire grabs King Drago, The opponent grabs Garchomp. Joey says it's finally time, and the time is now. But will he be able to bring down Blaziken with Dragonite?
Corner, Blaziken. And from the red corner, Dragonite.
Dragonite goes for an Earthquake. It hits. And Blaziken goes down.
Taken out already.
Claire sends out Kingdra.
The blue corner has already taken some serious damage, but there is always a chance of a comeback.
As Dragonite goes for the Dragon Claw. It's a critical hit! And down goes King Drago immediately.
Tense blow.
Looks like this passionate man has achieved victory over Claire, folks. I don't think there's anything she can do now.
Is sent out. Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
Out comes ancient power from the Moltres. It hits. Will it be enough? No, as Dragonite is able to hold on. It goes for a Dragon Dance, increasing its speed.
The battle has reached its final stage, and the tension is peaking.
Dragonite goes for a +1 Dragon Claw. It connects!
The blue corner
And Moltres barely holds on. It responds with an ancient power. Will it bring him down? It's a critical hit! And down goes the Dragonite. Moltres also gets some stat boosts that could make the difference here, folks. Will it be enough to help Moltres make its way to victory?
huge amount of damage. It's down.
Or will it all be for nothing?
Charizard
Next up is
sent out.
Charizard.
Moltres desperately holds on.
Moltres goes for the Air Slash.
Fierce blow.
It hits.
The red corner.
And Charizard barely holds on in response to a Dragon Pulse, and that is going to take her down.
By Dragon Pulse. It couldn't take
Unfortunately,
it.
Claire is going to have to burn another pivot continue point if she wants to continue through this competition.
The battle has ended. The blue corner lost. The challenger
That
has
is unfortunate for Claire. But that's the way it goes when you're in a Neon Colosseum and the roulette decides your team. This is it, folks. Claire needs a win here or she's going to be eliminated. Claire snags Dragonite as the opponent grabs Moltres. Claire grabs Latias as the opponent gets Gyarados. Claire grabs Salamence as the opponent grabs Magmortar. Will Claire be able to achieve victory? Joey thinks it's finally time, and the time is now. As we get the matchup of Dragonite versus
Both corners are
Moltres.
so full of energy that there's no doubt this will be a great battle.
Moltres goes for the ancient power.
Red corner makes the first
It hits, and it's a critical hit right off the get-go. This Dragonite barely holds on. Dragonite goes for the Dragon Dance. The opponent sure is getting very lucky here.
The air in the Colosseum is tense.
Dragonite needs a critical hit to bring down the Moltres.
A fierce
It hits!
The red corner.
But unfortunately, Moltres is able to hold on in response with a Fire Blast and connects. That's going to bring Dragonite down.
It couldn't take it. It's down.
Out comes Salamence. What will it do in the face of adversity against the Moltres?
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we expect to see next?
Salamence goes for the Dragon Dance,
It's that
increasing
slow.
its attack and speed. Moltres responds with an ancient power.
A fierce
It hits!
It's a
But
direct
Salamence is
hit.
able to hold on. Salamence goes for the outrage as it connects with the Moltres.
It couldn't take it. It's down.
Out comes Gyarados, will be able to stop the rampaging Salamence as it reduces its attack back to normal. Salamence goes for the outrage. It hits! Gyarados is barely able to hold on, but it survives in response of an Ice Fang. That's going to bring Salamence down, making it a 2 versus 1 situation. There is down to a last hope, which happens to be Latias.
Latias is sent out.
As Latias goes for the Dragon Pulse and brings down the Gyarados.
It couldn't take it. It's down.
It's going to be a 1 versus 1 now, folks. As out comes Magmortar.
The last Pokemon from each team will take the field. Both corners are in a tough
Latias goes for a Draco Meteor, summoning meteors from the sky. It connects, and Magmortar goes down. Claire's barely able to make it through, but she's able to move on to the next trainer. What an intense turn of events. Sadly, she has no further continue points now, folks, so if she loses one more time, it's game over. I'm out of drink, folks. I'll be back as quick as I can. I need more. Okay, folks, I am back. As next up, we're in the semi-final against someone called Elijah. Claire grabs Latias. The opponent grabs Dragonite. Claire grabs Gyarados. The opponent grabs Kingdra. Claire grabs Salamence. And the opponent gets Umbreon. Let's have a cool epic battle. Cool fight. First up, we have Dragonite versus Latias.
So we're sure to see a great battle.
Latias immediately goes for the Draco Meteor. And that's gonna bring the Dragonite down. Loses its special attack though, which could be simply devastating. Next up is Kingdra.
The red corner has already taken some serious damage, but there is always a chance of a comeback.
As Latias is switched out. Out comes Gyarados. Gyarados intimidates Kingdra. As Kingdra goes for the agility.
Its speed rose. Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we...
Kingdra goes for a Focus Energy next. This could be devastating. As Gyarados goes for the Dragon Dance.
Its stats rose.
Kingdra goes for the Draco Meteor.
A fierce
It hits!
It's a
But Gyarados is able to hold on as it loses some special attack. Gyarados boosts his speed, making it at +2.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going
Gyarados
to
goes for the Ice Fang, hoping for a flinch. It hits! Will they get the freeze on the flinch? Oh my god, they got the freeze! And Kingdra stays solid frozen.
Neither corner has made a decisive attack yet. Which corner?
Gyarados responds with an Earthquake. And that's going to bring Kingdra down.
And out.
Never know what might happen in the World's Greatest Tournament in the future, folks.
The end of the battle is getting closer.
Well, this may just be a sign of things to come. Where you think things are going to go one way, and you never know when it's going to be twisted round.
It's a direct hit.
Umbreon takes damage, but it survives. It goes for a Screech, lowering Gyarados' defense for whatever reason.
Its defense fell. The battle has reached its final stage.
Gyarados goes for the Waterfall, however.
Bam!
And that's going to bring the Umbreon down.
It went down.
With that, Claire is able to move on to the next trainer and get another perfect continue point.
For the blue corner.
Elijah is upset, he lost his cool. Let me move on to the next battle. Next up is Rosie, who also have a pretty formidable team. Claire gets Latias, as the opponent gets Roserade. Claire gets Gyarados, as the opponent gets Raikou. As Claire gets Dialga, and the opponent gets Cresselia. This should be interesting, folks. For sure. Claire finally made it to the finals. She had a few losses, but she's able to continue on past those perfect continue points. Now she's got another just in case, but I don't think she's going to need it.
There's no doubt this will be a great battle. The stage is set.
Latias goes for the extra sensory.
Blue corner makes the first
But
attack.
unfortunately, the Roserade is a Paya Berry. And that's going to reduce the psychic damage. And it's enough to keep Roserade alive. Roserade goes for a Rain Dance, an odd choice. Not sure what they were thinking there. How will this aid them in any way? I'm really confused. Maybe they got something planned up their sleeve that I don't know about. But a critical hit will bring down the Roserade. And now it is a 3 versus 2 situation. Next up is Raikou, as it exerts its pressure on the battlefield.
Has the lead when comparing the number of remaining Pokemon, but we still can't predict the outcome of the battle.
Claire makes a switch, however, as out comes Dialga.
Sent out.
Raikou goes for a bite, but that steel typing, it's not gonna do much.
But this is not a favorable matchup. It's pouring rain in the Colosseum. I wonder how this is going to affect the battle.
Raikou goes for Thunderbolt. It hits, but it's not very effective as Dialga is able to resist everything that it wants to do. It responds with an earth power.
Fierce blow.
And that's gonna bring Reiko down low, but not do enough to finish it.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
When the Thunderbolt comes through, it hits, but Dialga weathers the Thunderbolt Storm and responds with another Earth Power. But that Reiko goes down with another critical hit. What's with these critical hits when it doesn't matter anymore? Next up is Cresselia.
The battle has reached its final stage, and the tension is peaking.
As Dialga goes for the Dragon Pulse. It hits! But it's not enough to bring the Cresselia down. Cresselia goes for a Future Sight. Foreseeing an attack in the future.
Restored its health.
Dialga goes for a Flash Cannon this time, hoping to reduce its special defense perhaps. But it's not enough to bring Cresselia down. He also doesn't get the drop as Cresselia goes for a double team. This could be devastating. Sire restores its HP.
The battle has reached its final stage.
Cresselia then goes for a Protect. This is going to be one annoying situation for Dialga to try and overcome.
The red corner protects against the attack. Attack by
Future Sight comes through.
Coming.
It does a small chunk, but Dialga's still standing.
And the tension is peaking. The blue
Claire makes a
calls
switch.
their Pokemon back.
And out comes Latias. Cresselia goes for a Future Sight again.
Cresselia restored its health.
As Latias goes for a Dragon Pulse. It hits! And Cresselia is barely able to hold on. Cresselia goes for a Toxic. And now we can see their strategy, Future Sight and Toxic with Protect to continue damaging the opponent. Not sure why they needed the rain, as it had no effect on this battle whatsoever. Rosie really needs to consider the moves on her Pokemon.
Cresselia desperately holds on. Cresselia protects itself.
Cresselia goes for a Protect. As Latias goes for the Draco Media, it is unable to
The
connect.
red corner protects against the attack. The damage
Poison
caused by poison
ticks.
is slowly increasing.
As Cresselia regenerates more HP. Future Sight comes through. But Latias takes barely any damage. Latias goes for the Draco Meteor, it connects, and that's going to bring in the end to Cresselia. And Claire has managed to conquer the Neon Colosseum rank 7. What an interesting turn of events. There were some hard fought battles, but she got there in the end. With that, Rosie is out of Pokemon, and Claire proceeds further through. As Rosie is quite saddened by her loss. Clear Neon Colosseum, congratulations, 2,625 points against you as well for clearing Neon Colosseum Fortune Battle. Well, now continue to have a great time in Poketopia, and with that, I'm going to call the episode here. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I highly recommend checking out the recent World's Greatest Trainer Tournament so you know what's in store for you. As this time we're going to have trainers up to Gen 4, gym leaders up to Gen 4, and Elite 4 members up to Gen 4 in this all-out brawl of the World's Greatest Trainer Tournament. With that said, thank you very much guys for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.
Call me dog, my boss, the mad boss, the savage with the Gyarados. As I will make you blast off harder than your last loss. Teach you you a lesson like you won't bunch of lapdogs. It was fast, huh? You're mad, huh? Want me to slow it down or would you prefer it faster?